for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitated. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega promise.
Just to Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic. How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. In motion right is Brown. They go play action with Hurts. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. First down, Howell to throw. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. Straight ahead, Gibson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. On first and 10, it's Gibson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. They'll go again with Gibson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, he comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The Eagles hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. 18 Throwing is Hurts. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goddard, 28 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposite. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give running right, Gibson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd and short.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt! Gravity line! Go!
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tariq Castro-Fields in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll drop to throw. This is Smith with a grab. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is taken in at the 5. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Gibson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts flushed out right, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The man in motion is Brown. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Philly. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
And in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Boy, how about the speed with which it's all here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Three.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hurry, go check.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On 1st down, Howell. His throw is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Powell, another throw on 2nd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he fields it cleanly. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Let's go now. Left.
In motion left goes Smith.
Hey, check that. 7 Pirates. Trap 50. Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down here. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they'll get this down to around... yard line.
Complete to Logan Thomas. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Washington 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A handoff running left is Gibson.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Powell's throw taken in by Samuel.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, Howell to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Go, Reed, go!
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 2nd and 12, Powell. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A give to Gibson running right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Unlock life! Unlock life! Reload!
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready! Set! Let's go!
On 1st down, Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle, Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Here we go!
See what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is fielded at the 7. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down.
Thomas has got it. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Off to Thomas on the left side. And some room to maneuver. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
They'll run with Gibson.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
2nd down, Hal back to pass.
This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up at 3. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it with Gibson.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Powell out of the shotgun.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Third and long, here's Howell. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on fourth down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Slye. This for the lead in the final stages. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Howell. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account the game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Smith will come in motion right.
Cougar 19.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Check pass. 18, Pioneer.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. He's got Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Huge first down, got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Throwing is Hurts. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. In motion right is Smith. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Powell to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Darius
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been tell you the dash on wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck up in the truck and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at nice guy, but no nice guys here.